My name is Brandy Nagel. Home parish is Our Lady of Good Hope. And then we've lived up on the north side of town here probably maybe about 10 years. Yeah, but originally from Columbia City, so. So I came into the church in 2012, so I'm a convert. And I went through the RCIA program at Our Lady of Good Hope. And I think it was just through there, they said, these are resources that you can get to know things better. And so because I was a convert, I didn't know anything. So I grew up with nothing. I'm one of those nuns. I always tell people, I was a nun before I was a Catholic, which makes people laugh. And I'm like, no, the N-O-N-Es, not the N-U-Ns. So I didn't know anything. But I went through the RCIA, and even afterwards, which Father Mark Gertner was amazing as a teacher, but there was still so much that I didn't know. And so I think somebody had suggested listen to Redeemer Radio. And so from then on, it was on from the moment I got in the car until the moment I got out. And I listened to everything I possibly could. And it was so helpful. It was incredible. It helped because the different programming helped a lot, and I got something different from each one of them. So I started out listening to Father Larry Richards, and I loved how his style was so matter of fact, and this is how it is, and he was a little bit bossy, which caught my attention. So I started out with him, and then Father John Ricardo was just, I don't know, he's like a little, I'm just like, it's Father John Ricardo. The way he spoke to any topic that he, brought up actually led me to go to listen to all of his podcasts and anything that he had online, any of the talks that he had, which I learned so much from there. And then when I would drive at night, it was always the Catholic Answers. And the questions and answers that would come in were a lot, the people that called in were like me. I was like, I don't know this. And the way, it wasn't just the questions that they asked and they answered, but it's how they answered these people. Because sometimes the people that called in were not happy with them, and were, sometimes could be a little bit rude. And they always spoke with such kindness and firmness, but it was always like, no, this is how it is. And they never wavered on their beliefs, but they were always kind with everything that they said. So I think I loved the Redeemer Radio aspect. There were so many different things that I could reach from. I could get the heart from Father Ricardo, and I could get the sass, from Father Larry Richards, and I could get my questions answered at night. And so that's a big reason why I was on the whole time. So it has not been easy for me to become a Catholic. I always tell people I never wanted to be a Catholic. I just wanted to be baptized. So it was quite a shock to me when I went through RCIA and realized, oh wow, I do want to be a Catholic. This is amazing. I never knew any of this stuff. And so it has really helped because I have to answer a lot of questions sometimes, and and I'm a truth person, so I want to go seek all of that. So it's been helpful in the fact that I can turn to it for, like I said, same thing, different things that I need at the time. Sometimes I need to hear gentle words, and sometimes I need to know the data. So it's been helpful in that area. I think all areas need Catholic radio. It's just, once I started listening to it, and I would change the channel to regular programming, and I would hear the music that was on, and I would hear the message that the music was singing. I would hear the things that the DJs were talking about on. It was heartbreaking almost. I was like, I don't want to listen to this garbage. And so I would turn it back, because you hear a good message. You hear about hope and faith and love and truth and beauty and goodness, and everybody needs that. Everybody needs that, no matter where you are, no matter what you're listening to. And once you start to fill up your space with that, going back to the other stuff, you really see where it's lacking.